Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for waiting a few seconds there. I think we're kind of on time. I'm gonna try to get over quite. I'm try to go over quite a few things that we got going on in the market this morning. So let's just jump into it. Hold on, my phone is exploding here. All right. So one thing I did not have a chance to really cover yesterday was earnings this week. We've got a bunch of earnings coming out this week. Yesterday we had we can look at a daily. Oops. We had kind of a bullish day yesterday. This looks like a pretty bullish candle over there from yesterday. You can see it right here, right? This one. We're at the bottom of this down channel we've got going on. We've got this nice bullish candle. It looks like price wants to come up. And why are we doing that, particularly in a bear market? Well, we've got earnings. Here's some earnings that are coming out this week. A lot of big tech earnings, and these are all anticipated to be good. So yesterday, we had Coke yesterday. Obviously, that's not big tech, but those are really good earnings. So that was just kind of bringing the overall market up. Today, we've got Alphabet, Microsoft. That's going to be bringing up the Nasdaq. As well as, a lot of other bigger companies are going to be lifting the markets in general. And then tomorrow we've got Meta, PayPal coming in. And then Thursday, Amazon. It's going to be a big one. Friday, I'm not seeing so much here. Robinhood, I'll see what happens with that. That'll be funny. Roku as well, I guess. But yeah, I think Alphabet, Microsoft, Facebook, and Amazon are the big ones coming out this week. And I think a lot of people are buying those in anticipation that these are going to be good earnings. These stocks are going to pop. And those big companies are bringing up the market a little bit. What does that mean for us? Well, overall, I'm bearish on this thing. I think we are going to drop down another leg on the Nasdaq. So it's presenting an opportunity to short it as price moves up. If price, we can look at the daily chart coming in here, and we can try to find a good opportunity to take it short. We've got this down channel going on, right? I'm just looking at this over here. Overall, we've come out. I talk about it every morning, so I don't feel like I need to go over it every morning, but we've been in the big up channel. We've broken to the downside, tried to break out of it. Now we're coming back down to this 13,000 support area, ultimate target, maybe somewhere in the back end of this trend line, 12,000. Again, talk about it every morning, so it's not really in play today. We're not going to hit 12,000 today, but that's just kind of where I see the market going. For intraday today, what I see is up here presenting an opportunity, the top of this channel, an opportunity to short it. I shouldn't say today, but this is kind of where I'm anticipating price to come back up to this channel. So I think we are going to get a little bit of a bull move up to this channel, this trend line, and then we're probably going to drop down again. So we've got a nice reversal candle, finding support down here at the bottom of this channel from yesterday. We've already broke higher. It's looking like buyers are coming in at these prices, anticipating that earnings are going to be good for these larger companies this week, and that price is going to move up. Could also be short sellers closing out of positions in anticipation of these earnings. Let's look at a 4-hour. I did see something on the 4-hour chart over here this morning. I'm just taking a look. Oh yeah, Apple. Thank you, Esther. Yes, Apple on Thursday. I forgot about that one. Apple on Thursday. So let's look what we got going on the 4-hour. This is that same down channel we had. We just saw on the daily. It's just now on a 4-hour chart. So each one of these candles is 4 hours. I'm seeing this area of resistance. This is usually a pretty good setup when we've got this area of resistance right here, the 20 SMA down here. If price breaks above this, I can definitely see price coming up to 14,000. That just seems like it's opened up. We got the band pinching in here on the 20-period Bollinger Band. And you can see here the upper band on the Bollinger on the 4-hour is typically has gotten sucked up into that. I mean, over here a little bit, but typically when we break above that, this is a nice one here, nice example there. We'll want to move up and retest that upper band on the 4-hour. So what I'm looking at today is for this to break 13,585, 13,600-ish level to break. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. And then for us to move up here up to 14,000, which is where I would be looking to take a longer term short position with a stop up here at 14,366. I would not be on a swing trade on the Nasdaq. I would not be trading futures contracts to hold them overnight. They're just too volatile. The margin is too much. The drawdown is too much. I would be looking at buying the SQQQ, which I bought over here somewhere, I think. And I got out of it somewhere down here. And then I'm going to look to get back into it up at 14,000. And that, you can fine tune your position size way more because they're ETF shares, right? So you can take 5 shares, 10 shares, 100 shares, and you can withdraw that drawdown because you're not trading on that much margin. 4 times margin, which is leverage, which is nothing like 20 times on the Nasdaq. On Nasdaq, you can explode an account easily trying to hold futures contracts. I wish I had like $1 million and then I could just buy like 50 lots and endure the drawdown and make a bunch of money. But anyways, so we've got that going on. That would be my one trade setup that I'm looking at. Will it want to roll back down here? Possibly. It's looking a little bearish here, but the thing that when I first saw this, I was like, we're going to pop back up into here. So let's take a look at a few other charts to try to validate that setup a little bit. So we've looked at the daily, the 4 hour. We can come over here and look at an hourly. Here's that area of resistance that we drew out at 13,580, 600, I think. Up at 600, up at that band. This would probably be an area of resistance for it up here. It may poke through this and may break through that, come up here and hit the band on the 1 hour, and you might get a little bit of a pullback on it. We can also see a big LVN over here. This is last week's volume profile. We can see this big LVN over here, which corresponds with this level up here. I'm not going to give that a ton of attention when I'm trading, but it's just something to keep in mind. We've also got some resistance up here from last week at 13,750. But yeah, I think the upper end of that band on the 4 hour is really where price is going to want to get sucked into. There's a couple of resistance areas here. I think if we can break above this, that this is a nice pocket to pick up, that price should move somewhat easily through that if it wants to get up there today. This band here on the 1 hour may pinch down all the way down here to this resistance area. So just again, need to keep that in mind. I've got this LVN marked out all the way across. And this is where I'd probably be looking to exit 13,750. I mean, there's 100 points in there to pick up, and that's where price should move pretty quickly through, I suspect. We can look over here, and you can see from yesterday, we were trading in that area yesterday in the volume profile. So I think the market's kind of like those prices, and they may want to explore those again, or they don't like them, they're comfortable with them. Now we do have an area of support down here, pre-market lows, overnight session lows, I should say. That's coming into the bottom of the band here on the 1 hour chart as well. We've also got this low volume node on the weekly volume profile. This is a weekly volume profile. It's been calculating since Sunday night. It really comes into play later on in the week. Right now it's still generating, it's still developing. But we can see here point of control is down here closer to the value area low. So that's usually a sign that price is going to start to move away in the opposite direction. So it's doing that a little bit. We can, if you wanted to try to get on this thing early, you can just draw a trend line like that. And let's see if we can blow that up a little bit. You could draw a trend line just like this. We come down, we hit some support down here somewhere, either the value area high or the bottom of the band, and then we wait for price to break this trend line, or you could take a small position down here and then add to it as we break the trend line, add to it again as we break higher. And that would be a smart move, a smart trade, I think. I think we may get through this pre-market low, come down here and test 13,400 and then try to make that move up. But I will keep this trend line on my charts. We've had several touches on it, it looks like. You know, we've got one here, a little bit of one there, another one there. The more touches on a trend line, the more valid it is. And when it breaks, the more explosive the move away from it should be. So this is kind of a nice setup for me to see a strong trend line on a medium-term time chart, like the hourly. And then getting a better trade setup like on the 4-hour higher time frame. So when the price begins to move in that trade direction that we identified on the 4-hour, breaking these lower time frame support and resistance levels are sometimes good indicators that price is moving your way. So we'll keep that up. You know, above 13,500 might be a good place to begin a position on it. I was going to mark that out here, the 20 SMA on the 1 hour, and that price may want to, you know, sorry, I hit the mic there. I don't know if that made a noise. Might want to come up into here before eventually coming up into here. So that's looking interesting. Now, of course, if we just start dropping down into this high volume node, we've got to anticipate that as well. If we see price coming back down into here, then the target's probably going to be, you know, support area down this way. But I'm not as excited, I guess you could say. I'm not as drawn to this as I am to it moving up a little bit, basically just on fundamentals that's going on this week. So yeah, I think that's what's pushing it. We can also now look over here on a 500 volume, which you don't really need to look at the price action right now on this. I look at the price action when the market opens, but a couple things just to look at. We are positive delta 1400. Now, again, these could be short sellers getting out of their position in anticipation of earnings. And they just don't want to participate this week, and maybe they'll get back in next week after all the earnings and everything come out, and you see those prices fluctuate around, particularly after what happened with Netflix. I mean, these surprises, these things move around so much. I know Netflix went down, and we're now talking about prices going up, but you know, it just shows you how much price can fluctuate around earnings. I can draw something like this, just this trend line. This was the same trend line we saw in the hourly, and we can see here we also have several touches on it. So if it breaks, and this red line, which we drew out on the hourly, which is the 20 SMA on the hourly breaks, you know, this area up here looks interesting. So I'm going to keep that in mind. If it does it on the open, you know, the open is so choppy. Price get totally on the open, come up here, spike through, look super aggressive, roll back down, you know, 40, 60 points something, and then come back up. So the open is so tricky to trade. Blow up many account trading the open. It seems so attractive because price is moving around so much, and then you jump in on it, and it does exactly what I just said. You know, we saw that yesterday. It was coming down, you know, eventually price was moving our way, but it came, you know, I took a few short trades in the afternoon yesterday, but it came way up on me before, not on me, but the price just moved way up before it decided to actually come back down. And it's tricky trading the open. This is an overnight session volume profile, and I saw this, and one thing I just wanted to point out, we've got point of control down here near value area low. Again, I can see, you know, price typically is going to want to move away. Price is going to want to move away from that. And when I see delta this positive 1500 pre-market, this looks bullish to me. And, you know, price is going to do what it wants to do, but this gives you kind of a bias of which way, you know, you would consider trading it. This is also just a classic chart pattern. Somebody could probably knows the name of this thing, but when you've got a hypotenuse or an angled trend line like this, and then you've got a flat support area like this, or it could be the other way with a resistance, you know, with a resistance level and support area like this. Typically, this the angled or the hypotenuse, I'll call it, I guess, is going to want to break, and price will want to move this way. This typically holds. The horizontal level will hold while the angled level will break, and that's just kind of how that thing goes. Flag, I don't know things. I think a flag is typically like when price is moving up, and then you get this pullback, and then you get something like that as well. I don't know. Somebody smarter than me probably knows what this thing is. But I guess it's kind of like that. We've got this move up, and now we've got this formation here, and the thing would want to break back up to the upside. So wedge, yeah, a wedge. That's what it's called, a wedge. Thank you, Mark. So that's just kind of how I'm seeing the market right now. And yeah, so obviously we're looking to you can tell that on my bias is towards the upside. Now, if the thing just drops out of the sky, but we can see here how we're down at the support. I mean, this is one of the ways that I like to trade, is that we're down here at the support area, value area low. We've got a support area, and I can see Delta moving up in a bullish pattern, showing me that buyers are coming in, or at least sellers are liquidating their position at buyer prices, so they're getting out aggressively. We're breaking down a little bit here, but you know, if the market was open, this to me would look interesting. And the way that I trade, other traders are probably better at getting it at better prices. I would wait for this trend line to break. We are below VWAP. I would probably actually wait till we got above the 20 SMA on the hourly to get my really bullish juices going, you know, my trade juices going. So price has got to get up there for me. I'm not one of the guys, I'm not one of the traders that, you know, gets down here at really great prices. Those are the really good traders, and takes quite a bit of balls to do stuff like that, in my opinion, because it could, I mean, I think price could drop down to 13,400 down here. I can draw that out as well. Down to the bottom of the band on the 1 hour, possibly. So that's, you know, 40 points away. Particularly on the open, you could get that impulse to the downside, a quick impulse to the downside. And when you're trading futures contracts, 30 points is no joke. So, you know, $600 on one contract. Or, you know, trade two contracts, that's $1,200. So you gotta, but we can see here how we're down at that support area, and then look at Delta down there. Delta's popping. Delta's moving up aggressively. It looks bullish, even though we're negative on the day, right? So this looks like a really good buy opportunity for a better trader than me. If anyone out there would like to capitalize on this, you can tell me later how much money you made, why I sat on my hands, but that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. We got, how much time till the market opens? 20 seconds. And I feel like I got through everything. I didn't look at the ES. ES, I don't know. I tried trading the ES last week or the day before, but I mean, you can look at it daily on the ES. Very similar situation. From yesterday, you've got this nice bullish candle down here. Might want to pop up on it, but let's just trade the Nasdaq. I don't want to get too scattered here. 51. I mean, 51 to me looks like a buy. I think it's going to push up, push through it, come up. But it is not a buy, apparently. Now we're pushing down to that 1400 level. Or 13,400. Here's my pen. There we go. You can see these impulses that it does on the open. It's so difficult to trade it. It's difficult to endure the drawdown that you're going to have to go through. You know, we can see point of control that came in right here. I mean, it's only been open for, you know, 60 seconds, but when I see a lot of volume coming in, when I see a big volume push and then a pullback, volume coming in, and we see it up at the top, it's pushing it down. This is all just chop. This is just chop. This is just a shit chop. I need price to get up above the 20 SMA on the hourly. What's up? I haven't even looked at the chat yet. Oh, I was looking at the chat. Hey, Mark, Mac Trader. I'm sorry, I called you Mark. I'm sorry, Mac Trader. What's up, man? Hey, Zero. Hey, Ballin, Too Hard. What's up, Dodgy? Vernon, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, Jeff, SW Blaze. Always, thanks for coming in. Hey, Esther, thanks for the comment about Apple. I totally forgot about that. I appreciate you throwing out there. Donatis from Lithuania. Thanks, man, for joining us. Lennon, Terry, Marty, Eli, Hashem. Thanks, guy. Hey, Justin, what's up? Hey, Sean, good morning. Morning, everybody. All right, so now we're down here near the support area, the bottom of the band there. It'd be interesting to see what does it. We can get point of control coming in down here. Let's see if we get a bounce on this, perhaps. It keeps moving down. Keeps moving down. We're going to see if this thing wants to come back up into this value area. Because we're hitting the support level. And again, I'm anticipating this thing's going to break 20 SMA, but do not copy my trades, FYI. Do not copy my trades. This is not a copy trade live stream. You will lose a lot of money if you copy my trades. So do not do it. See point of control coming in down here, but I don't think this volume profile is finished. I'm going to take off this trade. This is going to keep coming down a little bit. Sitting on our hands, sitting on our hands. All right. How's everybody else doing out there? Anybody else got a trade plan? Does anybody here trade the overnight session or pre-market? I used to trade overnight session, but man, it was brutal. It was the most brutal of the brutals. It was like you would take a trade, you get a loss, and then like you would either trade to like 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get it back, or you'd have to go to sleep knowing that you're gonna wake up in the morning negative in your account, which is not fun to be waking up with the red. Hey Andre, what's up, man? Hey, in Berlin, I love it. What's up, man? So Andre, do you trade futures on the CME or do you trade CFDs? Or European friends? Oh, really? Anybody can trade CFDs except Americans. Although you can get around it. Thing is dropping, boy. I don't know. A pre-market plan ain't coming through. It might later, though. Yesterday, we had a massive move to the upside. And it was like, oh, there she goes. And then it just came down. And then I think it came back up. Yeah, obviously it came back up. You can see it over here. If it gets through yesterday's low, do you think it can get through yesterday's low? I don't know. Is that where it wants to go right now? Can't tell. I'm gonna sit on my hands. This is a little too much of a drop for me. It's good to just let this thing move around. I'm not gonna try to find the bottom of it right now. We'll trade the structure that it gives us. Anybody out there? I asked something about CFDs. Does anybody trade CFDs, contracts for difference? When the COVID crash hit, I got an offshore broker to trade CFDs to get my margin cranked up. I think that's how I got into futures trading, was during COVID. Was I bought a bunch. I was trading Forex still at the time. So I got an offshore broker that gave me 500 to 1 margin, because in the US you can only get 50 to 1 margin. I hope the SEC isn't listening to this. I don't know if this is legal or not. But I got an offshore broker, gave me 500 to 1 margin, and I bought a ton of yen. I was just buying yen against riskier assets like the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. And then I started buying I started shorting the Nasdaq and S&P 500. Not the Nasdaq. It was the S&P 500 I was shorting, using that 501 margin. And then I was like, why don't you just trade futures contracts? And you can do it. I had what do you mean, PD Legend? I had a sim account. When did I have a sim account? Oh, oh, you mean for the SEC, right? Gotcha. No, yep. These guys, you could deposit money in Bitcoin. So I had to convert my US dollars to Bitcoin and then put it into their account. I was nervous about trying to get the withdrawal on it. So I was taking out like multiple under $10,000 withdrawals, trying to like not like raise any flags. And the first couple I got out okay, and then like I think it was the third one like was delayed for some reason, and then they called me to like confirm the transaction, not the SEC, the broker down in St. Vincent. And I was like, man, you guys are gonna keep my money, aren't you? But they gave it to they released it. So, and then I stopped trading with them because I went over to futures, and they called me up. They're trying to get me back. It's like a casino. They want to get you back. They want their money back. So it's like a casino trying to get you back. Called me up trying to get me to trade again. I was like, nope, that COVID crash trade is over. Yeah, spreads are terrible. It's like, COVID crash is over, guys. Sorry, I'm done with you. I won. I beat the casino. Ha ha ha. So we're coming up to this trend line here, top of it. It's starting to look like it wants to maybe come up. It'll be interesting to see how this hourly candle closes. No, yeah, it sounds super sketchy, doesn't it? But I wanted that 501 margin. I was like, man, this thing is going down. It was like during that COVID crash, it was like you woke up every day and you're like, this thing's going down. You knew exactly where it was going. And at the time, I wasn't familiar with futures. So I was trading, Forex, but at 50 to 1. And I was looking to increase my margin or my leverage. It looks like it wants to break to the bottom here. This is the one thing when you get like a bias. It's difficult for me to take a short because I keep waiting for this trade setup that I looked at pre-market to come through, and now we're down 1.5%. So sometimes it doesn't work out. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Got a long ways to go. It's got a long ways to go to the upside before I get bullish on it. I was about ready to look up something. I can't remember what it was. Sometimes it's just not a trade. You just sit on your hands and you're just like, all right, I'd rather take a 0 day than take a negative $5,000 day. I mean, if I would have shorted it down here at the bottom of this band, anticipating a pop up 13,375, I'd be down 40 points right now. I'm probably about to be down 100 points. Why am I not shorting it? I don't know. Because my brain isn't allowing me to do it. It's psychological. I can't switch the bias right now. I don't know why, but this looks like it's going to drop. I mean, look at this 1 minute candle there. You can see how the volume profile really isn't stretched out. It looks like we're going to break that 29 level, pop down again. I just can't bring myself to short it. I just had a trading plan coming in this morning. It was going to come up on earnings, come up to this trend line up here, 14,000, and then that's where I was going to take a longer term or get into a longer term position to short it, but can't do it. Can't bring myself to do it. There's something I was going to look at. Oh, yeah. I'm just looking to see if there's anything news going on. What's Twitter doing? Stock. Oh, but Twitter's going to go private, isn't it? Twitter's down 50 bucks. Apple's down. Everything's down. Maybe everybody's buying these stocks in anticipation of maybe the big guys are setting all these stocks down. Buy the rumor, sell the news type situation. How are you guys doing out there? Anybody take some trades? I want to hear if you guys got into anything yet. This thing's going down. Dang it. I should have shorted it. Still could, but as soon as I short it, you know what's going to happen? It's going to rip up to 13,400. I can't short the bottom. I'm kind of waiting to see structure develops that I can trade off of. I mean, we're still in the open. You're in a short trade, Donatis. Good for you. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, balling too hard. I think you got to admit that sometimes, right? Like sometimes you just got to admit you just don't have the balls to do it. You just chicken out. We got a lot of these fanning trend lines going on. Nice, Kevin. Love it. I think it's going to be aftermarket close, Jeff. Let's see if I've got something. I don't really have. Do you guys have a site that you use for earnings? I don't really have like a dedicated site that I like to use for earnings. There's like Yahoo, but it's got all of them. I just want one that's got like the big one and what time they're releasing, like before market, at close, after market. Fidelity's got one here. Let's see if Fidelity's any good. No. Jumbled. 71. I got to comb through all this. Who's reporting today? I already forgot. Oh, God, we're dropping down lower. It's so hard to watch this thing fall. As soon as I jump in, though, it's going to pop up. Always happens. You can see how the band here on the 1 hour is totally opened up to 291. Let's see. Oh, please don't jump in. Man, I need a robot to trade for me. It's all emotional, isn't it? It's such a psychological game. I'm having the FOMO, that's for sure. And now it looks too bearish to buy it. It looks too bearish to short it and too bearish to buy it, if that makes any sense. Thinking. Ooh, I need some stream music, I think. I keep talking about that every time. What is that? Lo-fi? Lo-fi stream something? Lo-fi beats. I should do that. I don't know if I want to mess with it while I'm on the stream, but I don't know how to get it so that you guys can hear it. I think this is going to break down to 13,280. But you know what? I don't want to try to pick the bottom of this. As soon as I'm like, I think it's going to go to 280, what does it do? Shoots up. Anybody here trade equities? Anybody here any long-term positions? I bought Netflix, which was silly, but we're gonna hold on to it. I'm not telling you to buy Netflix; you'll lose money, but you know, I think somebody told me that buying Netflix was like a career mistake or something like. Jeez, take it easy. Can't buy that much of it. A little bit. I like how we're all getting into music now. Just watching this. I mean, for me, I'm just watching see like I don't know what to do with it right here. And I feel like it's going to break these lows and then pop down to 93 maybe. But do I want to short it right here? I don't think so. I think I want to short the bottom of it. You know, the one trade I am looking, I can see, which is shows you where my head's at, is to buy it as we break this resistance, and you look for a pop up into here. So it shows you that I'm not even looking to short it at this point, which is probably stupid, but just the way my brain's working right now. I want to see what Gugu is doing. I'm looking at I think I can show you my TD Ameritrade without giving you my account stuff. I don't know. Let me see. I'm looking at Google and Microsoft. What's Microsoft doing? I feel like Microsoft's going to report pretty good earnings. Microsoft God, everything looks like it's at such a good level to buy it. Like if you look at Microsoft, no, I've got some account stuff here. I wish I could show you this. Wait, can I hide this somehow? Shoot. I would show you my TD Ameritrade, which I've got up on another screen, but it's got my name and my account number and everything on it. Sorry, YouTube's giving me some error message. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming my stream's still working okay. Can you guys still hear me? Can somebody just say yeah? Or is it acting weird? Close out of this. Maybe that'll help. Still working. Okay, good. Good. I mean, it looks so bearish right here. It's like, look at this. I mean, breaking the low here on the 5-minute. This is a gnarly candle, gnarly bearish candle. The band is kind of leveling out a little bit, but man, this don't look good. Don't look good. So, fortunately, our buy position looked like it was coming through. I thought the thing was going to pop on earnings, the whole everybody who does buy the rumor, sell the news type stuff. Yeah, Tyson, thank you for reminding me. I really appreciate it if anybody want to hit that like. Now we're dropping again. If you were in a short, I would be holding on to it, but I can't get into a short here. If I was in a short, I would be holding on to it. Can we get some likes, guys? Yeah, 30 likes. All right. You know what I need to do? Coffee break. Coffee break. I'll be back at 9. I'll be back at 9, so like 5 minutes. See if it finds a bottom somewhere down here. I mean, again, if you were in a short, I'd be holding on to that short, just raking in that cash. It looks like it's coming down to yesterday's lows. I mean, this looks gnarly. That's a bummer that we haven't jumped in on it, but shorting the lows is the worst thing ever. And trust me, I have shorted me some lows. I have shorted me some lows in my time. All right. You guys can watch this thing drop. I hope some of you guys are in some shorts. Ooh, if I come back and I get 40 likes, I'll be super happy. Super duper happy. 40 likes, 5 more. If you haven't liked, you can hit that like button. I'll be back in 5 minutes. What's up, guys? I'm back. Still looking bearish here, huh? Man, 64. Ooh, look at this 4 hour. How that 4 hour close, the hourly close. God, that thing looks horrible. Well, it looks horrible if you're, looking to buy it. But we've now dropped negative 2,000 delta, almost 2% on the day. It could be finding something down here to find a bounce, but it's hard to trade, against this trend. And where does it want to come down to? We're at the weekly value area low here at 40. Sometimes what you can try to do is use the volume profile to find an entry point. And those are typically the low volume nodes. There's one up here, it looks like. There's a little one here, which you can see price reacting to. We've got this trend line, which I don't know how valid it is. We had a false breakout to the upside here. The upper band, up here at 13,300 might be an interesting place to short it. Or it just keeps breaking lower and you miss the train. There's a lot of selling coming through on that. So tempting to try to short it here. That's the one thing, about the Nasdaq is you sit on your hands and you don't want to chase the price. And before you know it, it's moved 200 points. It moved 200 points in the session. So at least I didn't buy it up here, Buy it up at 13,375 and you're SOL. Well, I got 46 likes. Thanks, guys. Done for the day. Good job, Donantis. You got 60 points. I love it. I really admire traders that get in and they hold it for a long period of time. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I can do that. It's stressful for me to do it on the live stream because I know how this thing can whip around. But I'm always envious of those traders that can get in, hold price, take it long, or hold it long. The mental strength to do that, I should say, not capacity. I think we're going to keep dropping here. Just watching this thing move around without me. Painful. See this LVN here acting as resistance. Volume coming through. Again, LVN acting. Can't get through that LVN, that low volume node. I've got this little area marked out on my 1 minute over here. 20 SMA on the 1 minute, this resistance point. If it can get above 75.50, you know, but then you got this big LVN here. Just gonna act as resistance. It's just got a lot of resistance going on. It got through that first LVN down here. You can see that low volume node there. We're struggling at, got through it. You got another one here, another one here. Could it get above 13,300 and come up here? Maybe, but I wouldn't be bullish on it until we got above 13,300. This looks like it's going to be a reversal candle. It's already down 2% though. That's quite a bit. Oh, Tesla down 4%. Oh no. Oh, my back. Big bear stretch there. You know, this area up here, I get this trend line through. This thing just dropped, right? We just did not get the direction. We didn't see it coming, and it just happened. I mean, the only thing you can say is at least you didn't keep trying to pick the bottom of it. No, it's kind of through that. It's still got a ways to go here before I'd be bullish on it. I don't know, guys. Maybe I don't take a trade today. It happens. It happens. Hasn't happened in a long time though. Just obviously didn't see the pre-market, didn't see the trade coming through. So that's okay. Still seeing what it wants to do up here. It's got, you know, this resistance level, this trend line starting to come up a little bit here. Just being patient. I'm not here to provide fireworks or $1,000 days every day. I am here to protect my account and to try to make a little bit of money if I can. So that's the reality of trading. I just didn't see that big move to the downside coming. It's a little bit of support down here. I don't know. You short 29 down here, maybe. Interesting how the volume profile just shifted down here. Sometimes you'll be watching this thing and you'll be like, "Yep, that's where I see where it's going. This is the," and you get that little feeling. And I think everybody knows that. Every trader knows that, where it's like, "Yep, here it is," and I just don't have that. I just don't see it. Do we break 30 again and then make another move? We break this support level and then break down some more, or do we start breaking to the upside a little bit? I mean, sometimes when it starts breaking all these resistance levels, and you get through this LVN, take this off actually, because that trend line is going to be significant. You break through the LVN, break through the trend line, you're like, oh, there it is. It's shooting to VWAP. You get those moments sometimes, which are nice. Other times you get these where it's like the 20 SMA and the 1 minute's providing a ton of resistance. Nice bearish candle there. It looks like we're going to roll down. You break that 30 level and we get another leg down. I'm still waiting for it to bounce up. I don't know why. You can see how it made this move down, but you look at Delta, you can see Delta now coming up. It looks like it may want to push up through. It may, but you can tell I'm not taking a trade because it just looks overall bearish. It's hard to buy it after that selling. All this selling coming through. It's hard to be a buyer until we start breaking some resistance levels. Just watching it fall without me. Man, we've come all the way down to yesterday's low almost. We can see though, just in Delta, how price came down near the low. Delta didn't come down with it. It's a little bit of Delta divergence, but again, it's nothing to make me want to buy it. Until maybe we got out of this trend line, this downtrend line right here. See it on the 1 minute too. I mean, we whenever I see like a trend line like this break, so we see this downtrend line here in the 1 minute. We broke a little bit to the upside, and then we just failed on it. That's a bearish sign to me that it had an opportunity to move up and it just didn't take it. We can see here the band's now opened up down to 83, I think. So. Down to yesterday's low, 76 maybe. I think the move went without us, and again, it's too bearish to short. It's moved too much for me to short it, and it's too bearish to buy it. She's gone without me. She left without me. Train left the station. I think it's going to drop now down another leg. Well, I hope you guys are. It sounds like some guys in here are making some cash on this thing. Boop, boop, boop. Hmm. Dropping now, huh? Down to yesterday's low. You can see this thing opening up. Dang it! I really hate days like this when you it's just moving without you. It's the worst. You're gonna break yesterday's low and just drop into the abyss. You guys ever use volumetric bars, footprint chart? Looking at one on my. It moves so quick. That's why I like Delta. I mean, look, here's a footprint chart. These are buy and sell orders coming through. Very difficult for me to read that. I don't really use it. Sometimes it gets just too much stuff. You guys know how these things work? Carlos says absolutely. Absolutely to my footprint chart thing. For aggressive buying and selling. That's why I like Delta. Delta's just easier for me to read than this stuff. Nasdaq moves so fast. I don't know if this is particularly good for the Nasdaq or using the Nasdaq or not. I'm just messing around now. I can tell that I'm not really in the trading mood anymore. Settings are on. I don't really know. I'm just interested, and I've been thinking about maybe incorporating volumetric bars into my trading, but the Nasdaq, it moves so quick. Anybody else use volumetric bars? Tick strike. Strike. Oh, I won't comment on tick strike. I think it's just one more thing people are trying to sell you. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Trader A. I'll probably take a look at that later. And I think this thing's opened up down now to 51 to 50, which is pretty incredible. Thing is just dropping into the abyss. $56 maybe. There's just too much selling. I'm not getting out on this thing so easy. Right up there, the 20 SMA, 20. Sellers coming in here. Damn it, the thing didn't drop. Probably shouldn't be shorting yesterday's low, huh? But I am. It's nerve-wracking. Just not seeing Delta moving up there at all. I feel like we're gonna drop. I feel like we're gonna drop down to the back end, to the bottom of the band here, and the back end of this trend line. I feel like that's opened up quite a bit. So I'm gonna try to add to it if we break lower, and then I'm gonna try to get out around 50. Delta's just dropping. I mean, I don't really see a reason to get out of the trade, but my nerves are getting to me. 430. That stop is too massive. I can see all this opening up, but just like shit. That's what they call a catastrophic stop, right? Maybe get back into it, get out like at 64-ish. Really, the thing to do is to try to get in up here. I'm classic though, shorting the bottom. I don't know why. You want to know why? I've actually thought about this quite a bit. It's because it's easy for me. It's like I can just put my stop order down here, and it's just like a chicken way to get into a trade. It's like, well, I'm going to let price. If price breaks lower, then I think I'll get into it. But it's such a chicken way to get into a trade. I need to be fighting for price up here. I mean, I got into this one short up here, which is pretty good, but I need to get better at reading price, getting in at better prices, looking at, what's really going on with the market, whatchamacallit, on a larger time frame, and then fighting for price on smaller time frames. And that's something that I got to get better at. So, it just is what it is, but I'll take 430 on the day, I guess. And, but this stop was ridiculous. Up there at 33, I mean, that's where your stop's got to be. I can see it opened up down here at 26. I don't have the balls right now to take it. Oh, I don't know why. I think you just stare at the thing for so long, and your live stream, you're doing all this stuff, and it's difficult to take that $1,500, $2,000 loss. It's such a psychological mind game. We're right here down yesterday's lows. I mean, I can see the downside opened up pretty nicely. We are down 2.5% though on the day. Jesus. But I don't know, guys. 9:30. That might be it for me today. If you haven't given it a like, I'd appreciate giving a like. We'll just take the 430. Call her quits. Let's see if I can get 60 likes. 60? 7 more guys? 7 more people? I should always say guys. It doesn't mean guys are on the stream. Yeah, Carlo, I kind of feel that way. I also I'm really good at picking the bottom to short it. That's classic me. Sitting on my hands, and then just getting frustrated and being like, I'm getting in. And then it popping up on me. So kind of knowing where my mental state is at the moment ain't great. So I'll just take the 430 and trade another day. I can see it opening up down here to the 30. You can see here, blow this up. One more like, guys. Somebody give me the 60. You can see here, I'm going to blow it up a little bit more. This back, dang it, I can't take that off. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. This trend line, coming down, hit it once over here, hit it once here, hit it. It looks like a pretty valid trend line. We can see how it's opened up to the bottom of the band. I don't know why I have this ATR on here still. I don't really look at the ATR. There's ATR. Ooh, no, I want to take it off. Remove. Thank you. I need some more chart real estate. Thank you. Oh, now it's got to generate the volume profile again. Anyways, the band, you know, down here, we can see how it's opening up to the downside. I think it's going to probably want to break down some more at some point. You know, it's got it down to that 20 level. I don't have the where for all, however you say that, to hold this thing down to that level. This is the place you want to short it up here at 209. Bullish candle though on the 1 minute, or on the 5 minute, I'm sorry. So yeah, we'll just take the 430. I appreciate all the likes, guys. I appreciate you joining in, interested in this tick strike thing. I know Apex is really pushing this. I think it's Apex is selling it, right? They're really pushing it. I get like an email about it almost every other day. Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate that. The tick strike thing. Yeah, I think tick strike thing is just like, I think it's just like an audio of what cumulative delta is, right? It's just like, I don't really know. It's something with cumulative delta and order flow, and it chirps at you or does some popcorn noise or something. But stuff like that, I feel like, I don't know. It'll mess with me too much. It'll be like, oh, you got to short it here. Here's a short. Oh, it's the popcorn noise. You've got to take the short. Or I'll be in a short and it's the chirping noise. So I've got to close out. It's going up. And then you just get chopped around because you got this thing making all this noise. I don't know. I think we were in the live stream last week and somebody was like, tick strike's making popcorn noises. This is the buyers are coming through hard. And so everybody's getting short, you know, everybody's closing out, and then all of a sudden, boom, price just tanked and just went down. Oh, now it's making the chirping noise. I don't know, whatever it does. So I don't know. It's total order flow. What does total order flow mean? What is total order flow? Is that like all the level 2 orders too? Market orders? I don't know what total order flow is. I also don't know. Oh, I shouldn't trash it too much. I don't know. If it's working for you, use it. If it works for you, use it. Not just market orders. Well, so it's limit orders that are on the books. Like if somebody comes in and puts like 1,000 lot order, that'll start chirping the thing. See, the thing that I get about level 2 is there's a lot of fluff in level 2. There's a lot of people just messing around, putting in massive orders at certain levels, and then they take them off real quick. They're trying to influence price. I like cumulative delta because it's actual orders going through. Time and sales is more reliable. But that's just me. Each their own. If it works for you, use it. All right. If you got a system that works for you, don't let anybody tell you that it's not a good system. You can be like, when I first started trading, people were like, you've got too many charts up. When I first started doing this YouTube channel, I would get emails from people. You have too many charts up. You've got this, you got that. You need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, dude, you trade how you want to trade. You do you. I'm not asking you to, make your system like mine. You do what works for you. I've got all these charts up because it's good for these. Yeah, spoofing. It's good for this video, but typically if I was trading by myself, I would have these higher time frame charts up on another screen, would really be staring at them, would be marking off these levels. But I do like seeing how these candles close. It's like at 9:30, I'm like, how did this 9:30 candle close? We got a little bit of a wick there. But like on this candle, close super bearish. This thing looks like it's going to drop through support and keep going here. Why the thing is so Spoofing, yes. Tyson, the video explains it well. I haven't watched. I watched about 3 seconds of the video, and then I clicked it off. Anything that comes out and is like, this indicator is going to change the way you trade. I'm like, no, nope, it's not. It's not going to be the silver bullet that will. I mean, it's one thing out of many, right? But thing that I'm interested in looking at is volumetric bars, footprint charts, and just using that in coordination with support and resistance levels. I mean, that's my big thing, is looking, doing good technical analysis and then doing order flow around those key levels. And then also just price action. But sorry, I'm not trying to rail on tick strike. I just want people to be cautious of buying a bunch of indicators or throwing stuff up. I say that with all this stuff up on my charts, but I mean, I've been there, when you first start trading, try to find those perfect combinations of things that will be the silver bullet. But man, I'll tell you what, Tyson, if it works for you, keep using it and keep us posted on how it's going. Let us know if you find it's working well, and if it's working well, that's great. I hope it does work out. Some people do not like Cumulative Delta. I use Cumulative Delta. Some people do not like it, so they don't have to use it. All right, guys, my brain is getting a little fried here. I'm looking at this short breaking the support down here. It's 937. I'm looking at this thing breaking and then dropping down to 13,100. Is that possible? Anybody else seeing that opening up? I might jump in on one contract short here and just see what happens. Infamous last words. All right, I'm going to let this thing play out. We're going to see if we come down here to this 35 level. I might add to it if we keep dropping. Yeah, already regretting being in this trade. Already regretting being in this trade. Chop, chop, chop. You're right. Short of the bottom. You know why? Because I'm chit-chatting and I'm not paying attention. I'm just trying to get in on something here. I'm going to get out there. 6:45 on the day. God, I really hate it when I trade like this. I need somebody to come over here and just smack me. Tell me to hold on to the trade and to target price. Somebody wants to come over to my house and just smack me into making sense. I'd appreciate it. But I'll take the 6:45. I'm calling it quits, guys. I'm peacing out before I jump in on something I really regret. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is seriously my goodbye. Yeah, I should tell her. I should text her real quick. Or come up here and just smack me. Look at this thing popping up. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go enjoy my day. I've been trading too long. An hour and 10 minutes. Oh my God. Too much work. I'm getting out of here. 6:50. I'll take it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys getting in here. I'm sorry if I was bashing tick strike too much. If you guys are using it, you like it, you keep doing your thing, man. It's up to you. It's your money, your life, your trades. You do you. And I'm going to see you guys back here tomorrow, I hope. Give this thing a like if you haven't. I really appreciate it. 70 likes. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, guys. If you haven't subscribed and you're interested in subscribing, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I started this channel just under a year ago. I think it was around Memorial Day weekend of 2021. I have not told anybody about this channel. Nobody, not even my wife, knows about this channel. She thinks I'm in here just talking to myself, which is hilarious. I haven't told a friend, nobody. So all the subscribers that you see, that 1,198, are all organic people who have found this channel, have found some value in it. And that's really all I want out of this, is to get a bunch of guys, people in here. I keep saying guys, but we had Esther in here this morning, which is awesome to see. So you know, other people coming in, getting interested in trading. I love the different points of view, seeing how other people are trading, but I think we all have one common mindset. I appreciate it, guys. I really, really do. So I will see you back here tomorrow. I'm going to live stream all week this week. Yeah, I'll check you guys tomorrow, I hope. See you guys. Have a great day.